Hey everyone, it's Pixie from Pixie's Brick Shop. I thought I would make another video today going over uploading minifigures onto Bricklink. I think I might do my next video on getting Brickout up and going. I kind of filled out some stuff, but I'm trying to find the best thing to use to sync my inventory. It is storming really bad here, so lots of thunder, and apparently my house just shook a little bit. But yeah, so I'll probably do another video soon about synchronizing inventory between Bricklink and Brickout. Still kind of waiting for the new seller inventory or new seller verification on Bricklink to go through so I can actually start selling my stuff. It said it would take about 2 weeks. It's been almost 2 weeks, so I might try and reach out and just to see what I can do, or if there's anything I can do, or if, they're probably behind, so it may just be kind of a waiting game. But I've always thought it'd be good to just go ahead and check up on things. It never hurts. Anyways, so I've already done, I've already done some stuff. So that's all of the minifigures I have already put on Bricklink. eBay just does not seem to be working out for me, since they decided after just 3 days they were going to permanently ban me, and everything that I've tried to do has been fruitless. I watched plenty of videos where other people have had the same thing happen to them. Apparently last year they were giving people reasons, and those reasons were never true, so when people would provide evidence showing they weren't true, they'd give them a different reason until they finally reinstated them. Now, even though their help articles all say that you're supposed to be given a reason, they refuse to give you any reason and say that they don't have to, blah blah blah. And even though I sent them the max amount of documents I was able to send them was 10, and I filled that up with showing all of my inventory. As you can see, I have quite a bit. Apparently I have a good bit for a new seller, and even a lot that still I've used that haven't even went through yet. And I took pictures of all the minifigs that I had put up on eBay before they took them down. I showed a picture of the foam board that I used, screenshots showing that the pictures were mine, a photo of myself with my photo ID proving that I am a real person. I had screenshots from where it said that I was an above standard seller, because of course I'd only sold and shipped one thing before they banned me. But no matter what I did, they decided I was still a risk to their community. So I do still have things that other people were selling for more on eBay than what is shown on Bricklink. So I'm going to be leaving. I mean, it's not a lot, it's just that small box there. There's some stuff in here. I kind of started mixing some stuff in here from between most of this I was going to sell on eBay. I think there's maybe 1 or 2 things in here that I wasn't going to, but there's a website called Bonanza. It seems to be the best alternative to eBay. It doesn't have a lot of traffic. There's not a whole lot of sellers on there. There's even fewer selling Lego, but maybe if I can market just right and market on my Instagram and here, maybe I can get some business that way. I guess it's worth a try, since the only alternative to getting back on eBay I can find is using stealth accounts, and I don't really know how I feel about doing that, because it's not it's not a legitimate way of getting back on eBay. I just don't really feel comfortable going that method, and especially with my fiance wanting to eventually maybe start selling some of his modeling things on eBay, some of the molds that he's been making. It's not worth the risk, so we'll figure that out. Anyways, now that I've finished all my rambling, alright, so I've done most of my stuff. I've been making cards already. So this is something that Pop's Block Shop does, and I'm pretty sure mine look different than his look a little bit more professional and stuff, but I definitely took the idea from him, because I thought it was a really amazing way to actually be able to go back in and quickly find the character so that you can see what kinds of things that are usually sold with them as far as parts and stuff. So, for instance, this one I had already started writing out. It has the character name, what series it came from, the set number. This was more from the thing, the instruction sheet, which I have right here. So I tried to keep a sheet of each of the minifigure collectible things that I've gotten already. It's not like he's an eBay one. There's still a lot of them that I haven't even made cards for yet. Let's see. I'm probably going to go back through all the ones that I have in the trays that were from the sets, because I kept the instructions for all the sets that I've parted out already in my box over there. So I got to go back through and find numbers for those so I can write cards for them. So if ever I get some used figure parts and can make them again, like sell them for used and something like that. Or if I get new ones too, that works. I just started flipping through here and was not paying attention while I was fun. Alright, here we go. So this is the one I'm working on right now, and you can see she's listed as number 20, so that's where I got the 20 of 22 there. And then when you go up into the search, 71022, and we're going to click on that one there. It shows the year released. If you go into the set inventory, you can scroll down and you can see it'll even say the release date there. And then this is the item number for each of the individual ones. So the card I have right now is Queenie, so COLHP 20. You can actually kind of guess what the first part's going to be. Like, this is collectible Harry Potter, so COLHP. So we wrote that down too, so if I ever need to look at her again to make sure I have all the pieces I need, if I get her again, then it's right there on her card. Alright, so how I have been doing this, I didn't look up any YouTube videos on this, so I've just been like flying by the seat of my pants here, I guess you could say. But I knew which set she came in, so I looked that up. I'll open that up in a new tab so that I don't have to keep pulling the set up. I like to go into the set inventory too, and at one point I was going to sell these without the extra parts, so I still have the extra parts sitting here. And so this is the Queenie. So as you can see, she comes with herself, bread, the base plate, and the wand. So there's her, the base plate, and the bread, and the wand, and then I have her extra wand right here. So, you know, I've seen other ones where people do this while holding their camera, and I guess they've gotten really good at doing one-handed things. I have not, so you can just, you know, sit right here. You can watch some random thing. I don't know what you're looking at right now, but voila. Alright, so all of her stuff is in there now. So yeah, I've got her looked up, so I go under the My Inventory here and click on Add to My Inventory. Part out, I'm pretty sure it would divide it up by pieces, including the minifigure, I'd assume. But here's what you're looking at now. It already has the set number there. I could upload my own image if I wanted to. I'm not really concerned about that right now. I might look into it later to see if it's better to use my own image or not. Personally, when I go shopping on Bricklink, I don't really pay that much attention. Theirs look really professional, so I do kind of like that. I don't know how much people really care about what the image looks like or not. So comments, I always put no instructions. some of the ones I did, some of them I did keep instructions with, and I'll put that when it's there. But most of the time, like this one, I didn't. And then I just like to put that it comes in a, we'll say zipped, or I'll put sealed sometimes, zipped plastic bag. Alright, so we got that, and there's not really anything else. I mean, it comes with everything. If something's ever missing a piece, I would put it in there. Minifigs so far have been the only thing I haven't really been, or minifigs are the only thing that I have been putting anything in. As far as comments go, once it gets to where I'm putting my used stuff in, I'll probably make comments on used stuff about the condition. I only have one of those. For the price, I go into this whole price guide here, and I like to use the past 6 months sales. It is new, and literally all I did was open it and put it in the bag and set the accessories to the side until I decided what I was going to do. So the average is $3.63 for new, so we're going to put the price as $3.63. I went back and forth a long time about whether I should put complete or incomplete. When I look up the items, most of them still used it as new incomplete, even if they didn't have the instructions with it. So that seems to be, I guess that's the right way of doing it. Because to me, I mean, me personally, I don't care about the instructions, so I can consider it complete as long as it has all the extra pieces and the pieces it's supposed to come with. If it was missing any of those pieces, it would be incomplete to me. Of course, it's not sealed because I did open it from its original packaging. I am not cool enough to be able to figure it out just from feeling it. So that's really all that I put. I don't really know what this is. None of this is, I don't like retaining things after they're sold out. I don't use stock rooms. I suppose if I ever had someone who has said, hey, I have this minifig, I know you want it, I'd be able to put their username in there so that they would be the only ones to be able to go in and buy it from me. So yeah, so that's all. Just review item, and everything is there how I want it to be, so add to inventory. So that's it really. It's pretty simple to actually put everything on there. I mean, there was a little bit more effort as far as like I have to go in and check on the price myself, but it has it right there, so that's not really that much extra between actually parting things out and then putting minifigs in. I'm sure there's another way to do it, because there seems to always be another way of doing things. But that's about it. This is my bin too. It's already full really, but I think I'm just, as of right now, going to put the other ones on the top here, because I can still make that work and they still be really protected and cushy in there. Eventually I'm going to look into a different way of being able to put them, maybe a different thing to put them in, or I might just make another bin of minifigs. I'm thinking the ones I put in trays I might put in bins too, and use the trays for accessories, like used accessories or something. That might be the best plan of action, but I've got to find more of these big tote things here to be able to put them in. And I've got a lot of used bricks and other smaller totes that I could probably eventually get sorted out and use those. I do have my other bin one here that already has, I went ahead and put some minifigs in there from some of the pieces or some of the sets that I built, or parted out, I mean. This one's kind of a mess right now. There's some pieces that just weren't really going to fit in the drawers I have. So I'm mostly using this for blocks that don't fit in drawers, or that I just have too many of, and I'm putting each one in separate bags so they don't get all mixed in together, and I feel like that keeps it from getting scratched more. So that's fun. So that's my storage solution as of now. Maybe as the store gets bigger, I'll find some better storage solutions. But I was actually surprised once I started putting things in here how well they stayed sorted out. And I like to put the card that I made in front of them, so I can just kind of come through and, you know, I can even see it through the bag, so it's a lot easier to kind of look through. And I'm sure once I start doing this more, I'll start remembering where exactly in the bins they are potentially. We'll see. So yeah, that is it for this video. I'm finally starting to catch up on all the videos I've made versus videos that I've put on YouTube. I went and looked. I've been looking at this guy Blacker Bricks. He seems to have stopped his Bricklink store. I saw there was a recent-ish video of him doing that, but he had some really good how-to videos back in the past that still are pretty relevant, and learned some really cool stuff. So Blacker Bricks, even though he's not in it anymore, still has some great stuff to look at. Oh, this is my other account. But yeah, I now have 4 subscribers, it looks like. When I looked earlier, it was 3 subscribers, so I am very excited. Oh, let me subscribe to him on this one. There we go. Alright, having multiple Gmail accounts gets very confusing. Let's go to my channel. I still have not figured out how to look and see who my subscribers are. There's apparently a way, but I have not figured out that way yet. You can give me some pointers on that. That would be great, because I'm sure by the time this video uploads, I still probably have not figured it out. But hey, look, 4 subscribers. Just like an hour ago, I only had 3, so I'm really excited about that. I did just put one up that I did like 2 weeks ago about training Lego, and then let's see, that was about almost 3 weeks ago, but I haven't really been doing as many videos recently because there is a lot of things with my family. I may still be a little bit behind actually, because next week I've got to work on, that's what was next weekend. I've got a cousin who died of heart complications that they're doing a memorial for next weekend, and my grandmother has now passed away from COVID as well on the other side of my family, so next week is probably going to be lots of funerals and me just not feeling like doing much of anything here. But I will try to start getting to where I'm uploading a couple times a week. Maybe I need to start to actually make a sit-down thing of, there we go, some new videos out. I need to start making a list of things that I want to make videos of, so I can start doing that. Maybe even, I liked how Blacker Bricks each day had a different type of video he would upload, so I might like upload videos on Legos training one day, how-to videos on another day, and general random things that we do on a different day. So we'll just kind of go from there, I suppose. Thank you for listening to my rambling and everything. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope it was helpful for you. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all guys again soon. Thank you.